Dogs everywhere. So many dogs. Hi, Craig.
Howdy.
You want to tell me what you're doing? What you've been doing?
Working on a rail bike. So we have a rail bike here that came as a prototype, needed some modifications, and I've been tasked with making this thing roll.
How much do you love doing this job?
5 out of 10 on this one. I do like it's interesting. So and it sure beats doing stay bolts in a boiler. So I really can't complain too much. One of the issues we ran into is these pedals were too low and you hit your heel right there. So we had to come up with a way to raise the pedal height to get the clearance. So that's why this looks a little bit strange right now. We have just a temporary piece of metal in there to test out how that looks. Some other things we had to do. We had to raise the seat height to correspond to the pedal height so the pedal isn't above your head. So right now we have wood blocks as a test, and then we settled on a design. So our next step would be to convert these aluminum pieces into risers that would bolt between this track and the frame.
Sweet. Why are these bikes better than other ones?
Because they look awesome. They look like a Formula One race car. I like the design because they're sort of they're different from anything else you see out there. I think they're also safer because they have a floor, so you can't dangle or lose equipment or whatever. And also they have the extra wonderful feature of hydraulic disc brakes. I don't think anyone else uses on these. So,
and real wheels. All the other bikes have these like crappy rubber and polyurethane wheels.
Heavy duty.
It's how a railroad's meant to run.
Yeah, you can
steel
mash
on
slugs
steel.
with them. So we've got a few more things that we're doing here. We fitted chain guards to the back, which is kind of nice so people don't get tangled up. So this will go right there.
Sweet.
Protect
Fancy.
your pant leg from getting caught up there. And we're just waiting on a few more parts. So we'll make up chain. What else do we need to do? There's a bunch of little stuff. We also have to check tightness on all the bolts and the set screws to make sure nothing wiggles apart. We'll do a little machine work to these hubs. So these go on the ends of the axles like this, and then you bolt the wheel up to here. So that kind of gives you an idea of what it would look like when it's finished.
It's gonna be sweet. And we got 15 more coming.
Good times ahead.
Hopefully without all the modifications. Prototypes are prototypes for a reason.
Yeah.
Hey Rowdy, how much do you love the rail bikes?
I have this conversation regularly with myself and my dear loved one. It's not going to be the steam engine from the passenger cars of the railroad that gives me my early stroke and heart attack. It's going to be that damn rail bike.
I'll ask Bird that same question, then we'll splice the answers.
I love RailCycles.
We're pretty excited.
So on our rail bike, I'm trying to get these an inch lower because right now they're like 6 inches higher. So you're like pedaling
Yeah.
in the air. All right.
What's your least favorite thing at the railroad?
Rail bikes.
Hey Craig, what's your least favorite thing at the railroad right now? Cool.
Well, the prototype. I like those because they're all done.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all right.
those don't roll too well.
Right at the end of the
Yeah, I kind of, like for me it's even a little too far, so I figured someone a little taller.
See how easy that is to move, Bird? Yeah. It's so much easier though. It's like you can pedal it without any rails.
Still worried that the axles are too small.
You got the brake. You got the brake. It stops. It actually stops.
Real easy.
Man, it sure is heavier than other rail bikes.
Definitely gained some weight. Yeah, let's check that bracket. Once we get up to speed, we'll see how much deflection it has. It may be as easy as welding a little dust.
Why is it so hard? That's why we're dragging bottom.
Yeah. That's not bad. Just like a real light squeeze.
I am giving this a real light squeeze.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That's not bad.
No, that's real nice. Get on, bird. We'll go the other way.
Cool. So this summer we'll be running a night excursion on our rail bikes. And at the beginning of the excursion, this is the type of atmosphere we'll have. A low light, a gorgeous view of Mount Rainier. The stars will come out and you'll be able to just sit back in your rail bike and enjoy the stars. Already, I can see a few stars coming out, although it is a pretty cloudy day. It'll just be the sounds of the nighttime, the clanking wheels of the rail bikes, zooming underneath the stars. It's gonna be gorgeous.
What do you want to see on our YouTube channel?
I would like to see food sponsorships for the staff members. So things like donuts and Chinese food, and those would be brought to the shop on a daily basis. And then in exchange, we'll give your restaurant or whatever publicity on our channel.
We really just want to be able to eat. Just feed us. Feed us, folks.
Yes.
And subscribe to the Patreon, because if you subscribe to a Patreon, we keep getting paid, and then we can afford food. It's cool. It's a really good deal.
Food's a good thing.